Good morning, everyone. We're about to hit traffic and we're headed off to LAX. I mean, we're not flying anywhere. We're just going to vlog something over in that direction by LAX. Well, this place has a great vibe, but that is not what we came to vlog today. What we came to vlog is actually now an office building right on this corner down here, just a stone's throw from the Los Angeles airport. Now you'll notice along this sidewalk that there are a number of these plaques going up this sidewalk, and what they are is it's kind of an aviation hall of fame. But that also is not what we came to vlog today. Just really an extra cool little addition to the vlog today. Now it's actually this building right here that we came to see today. Now simply titled Paradise, that was once in 1950 opened as the Paradise Theater, and there they held many opening nights, red carpet premieres, and right in front where those men are working, in the ground they still have a time capsule for many of those movies. People that were nominated for Best Actor, Best Film, things like that, they would have them play something in that time capsule. So we're gonna go take a look at those. Now what's interesting is there's no date mentioned anywhere online or over here that mentions when those time capsules will ever be opened. So who knows if that will ever happen. Now long ago in its theater days, right there where that little section goes up, there used to be a whole kind of tower that said Paradise. Now, as of, I believe about the 70s, they remodeled the inside of here and they took out the bowling alley and the cocktail bar and the movie theater and everything that used to be in here. Now it's just office spaces. But like I said, we can take a look at these incredible time capsules here on the ground. So it says right here, sealed herein are mementos of Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences Awards for 1955. Best Picture, Marty. Wow. Ernest Borgnine. Yep. Best Picture, Best Performance by an Actor, and Best Performance by an Actress. So this year it was Marty, starring Ernest Borgnine for Best Picture. Then Best Performance was Ernest Borgnine of Marty and Anne Magnin. This one is for the mementos of 1953. Best Picture, From Here to Eternity. Best Performance by a male, William Holden. And Best Performance by an actress, Audrey Hepburn. Holiday. God, how interesting is that? Literally, they're just kind of like scattered all over the ground here. Makes you wonder what they put in there. Let's see what we have here. Here we have 1954, On the Waterfront for Best Picture, Marlon Brando for Best Actor, and Grace Kelly in The Country Girl for Best Actress. Oh, now here we have 1957, Bridge Over the River Kwai. Best Performance, Alec Guinness, and Best Performance by a Woman, Joanne Woodward, Three Faces of Eve. Now here we have 1958, the Best Picture was Gigi. Best Performance by an Actor, David Niven for Separate Tables, and Susan Hayward for I Want to Live. Here we're going backwards a little bit, but we found 1956, Around the World in 80 Days. Best Performance, Yul Brynner for The King and I, and the Best Female Performance, Ingrid Bergman, Anastasia. This is awesome. These go really far back. This is 1952, The Greatest Show on Earth, Cecil B. DeMille, of course. Best Performance by an Actor, Gary Cooper in High Noon. Best Performance by an Actress, Shirley Booth, Come Back Little Sheba. Okay, here we have 1962, Best Picture, Lawrence of Arabia. Best Performance, Gregory Peck in To Kill a Mockingbird. And Best Performance by an Actress, Anne Bancroft in The Miracle Worker. Wow. God, what is underneath there? Now here we have 1963, Best Picture, Tom Jones. Best Performance by an Actor, Sidney Poitier in Lilies of the Field. And Best Female Performance, Patricia Neal in HUD. Now here we have 1960, Best Picture, and it's an amazing picture, The Apartment. Definitely check out The Apartment. It's awesome. Best Performance by an Actor, Burt Lancaster for Elmer Gantry. And Best Performance by an Actress, Butterfield 8's Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah, definitely check out The Apartment. That was a real surprise to me how good that was. So this must have been our very first year, because this is 1949 and the theater was opened in 1950. Best Picture was All the King's Men. Best Performance by a Male, Broderick Crawford. And Best Performance by an Actress, Olivia de Havilland, The Heiress. So here we have 1961. Best Picture was West Side Story. Best Male Performance was Maximilian Schell for Judgment at Nuremberg. And Best Female Performance, Sophia Loren for Two Women. It's kind of interesting, below the production they were in, it also says who the production company was, who the studio was. Now here we have 1966, another fantastic movie, A Man for All Seasons was the Best Picture. Best Male Performance, Paul Scofield for A Man for All Seasons. And Best Female Performance, Elizabeth Taylor for Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. That is a mind trip. If you have never seen that movie, that is an absolute mind trip. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton living out a bizarre alternate reality. You gotta see it. Now check this out. This goes all the way up to 1967. So now we've seen 17 years worth of placards here. And this is Best Picture was In the Heat of the Night. Best Performance by an Actor, Rod Steiger for In the Heat of the Night. And Best Female Performance, Katharine Hepburn, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. And that's one that a lot of people fought and argued and said that they thought Spencer Tracy should have won that year. Now this would have been our second year of plaques. This is 1950, Best Picture, All About Eve. Marilyn Monroe was in that, as well as, I believe, Bette Davis. Best Performance by a Male, Jose Ferrer for De Bergerac. And Best Female Performance, Judy Holliday for Born Yesterday. Then over here we have 1965. Sound of Music was the Best Picture. Best Performance by Lee Marvin and Cat Ballou. And Best Female, Julie Christie for Darling. Now this one we have 1964. Best Picture was My Fair Lady. Best Male Performance, Rex Harrison for My Fair Lady. And Julie Andrews for Mary Poppins. It's kind of interesting considering they have another Mary Poppins out now. Now this is a really cool one also. 1951, An American in Paris. Best Male, Humphrey Bogart for The African Queen. And Best Female, Vivien Leigh for A Streetcar Named Desire. Well, now we have 1968, so far this is the youngest plaque here, which means that so far we've seen from 1949 to 1968. 19 years, 19 plaques. Best Picture was Oliver. Best Performance by a Male, Cliff Robertson for Charlie. And Best Female Performance, Katharine Hepburn and for The Lion and Winter, and Barbara Streisand also for Funny Girl. So how I found out about this was actually this kind of cool website. I add to it as well. And basically it's a really great resource if you're looking for things to do in your area, or if you're going on a trip somewhere. It's called Roadside America. And they had this mentioned that these old time capsules are here, but I just thought that was so crazy. Inside the lobby, I found some pictures I'll show you right here. They used to have basically a retrospective in photograph form of the history of the Academy Awards. So it started at like 1927 and kept going, and it was supposedly a really nice inside theater, nice big entryway and everything, and used to have a bowling alley at one section of it as well. And then, you know, at some point Hollywood became Hollywood. They quit having premieres down here by the airport, and They quit adding to the history that's in the ground here. But if anybody knows when this is supposed to be opened or anything about this, please put it in the notes below. I'd love to know more about it. Yeah, I mean, I looked and looked and looked, and you can't really find too much more than just a few paragraphs about the history of this theater itself and anything here in the entryway. And here we have 1959. Best Picture, Ben-Hur. Best Male Performance, the star of Ben-Hur, Charlton Heston. And the Best Female Performance, Simone Signoret, for Room at the Top. And we actually went to her grave in Paris. So take a look at that. Look at all those plaques. I just went through and we read through every single one of them. Kind of makes you wonder how deep they are. I mean, if I had to guess, by looking at them, they look like they're 11 by 17 to me. But it just makes you wonder how deep they went in and why they stopped doing this. There had to be something that happened that year. Maybe they quit premiering movies here, I don't know. But wow, look at all those. Looks like a couple of them here on the walk are waiting to be filled by aviation names. Thank you, Don Supfin, Lorraine Nicole, and Pam Wilder for making contributions to my channel. We'll see you all tomorrow. Good night.